If you have trouble being intimate with other people or yourself because of things that have happened in our past, I'm going to share a conversation that I had with my friend yesterday because it was really beneficial for both of us, and I feel like it would be for others. Now, this is going to be a very sensitive subject, so if we need to save this video and watch it later when we are in a good place to listen, we can do that, or we can listen now. But I want to give a heads up. Her and I had both experienced SA when we were younger, and that sets you up for a whole system of being triggered anytime that you are intimate with other people or even with yourself. Because there's a lot of fear and anxiety and shame and guilt and all of these other things that are associated with it. And then you become an adult and are still kind of experiencing these reactions, and it can be very confusing. And I was telling her that even when I'm watching things on TV shows or movies and it has any type of like sensual things, it's something that I have to continuously work on because of the things that happened to me. And my friend was telling me that she had been intimate with her wife and she got really just scared. And I said, oh, okay, well, you know, your central nervous system is going into fight or flight. It doesn't have anything to do with her. It's your body has that trauma that has been stored within. And this is where we can help our inner children work through this. One, by having conversations of, hey, we're not in those places and spaces anymore. That's not going to happen to us again, especially if we have like a very loving partner. But even if you don't have a partner right now, that's okay too. But we can explain, I'm the adult. I'm keeping us safe. I am putting us in good situations, and I'm being very mindful. And it's something that has to be worked through in layers, obviously over time. But one thing that I told her that would be beneficial when you are having a reaction like that, your inner children are at the forefront of your consciousness. Not necessarily they're watching what's happening, but obviously they're privy to it because they are having the reaction that they are. So I said, this is what we can do instead. When you are going to go be intimate with another person or yourself, before that happens, we can have a conversation with our inner children and say, hey, I love you so much and I want you to know that we're safe. I am not telling you to leave my consciousness because I don't want you here, but what I am asking you to do is go with my higher self and go do a fun activity out in the cosmos and the ethers together. Go to the amusement park, go to an aquarium, go wherever. Okay, it would be fun for them, and ask your higher self to do that. And we can explain to our inner children, this is an adult only activity. It is not one that you would have fun with. This is for me as an adult. You do not need to be here because this is adult only activities. And that is you explaining to them, hey, you don't have to experience this because that was super traumatic. You shouldn't have experienced that in the first place. That is not for children. We need to help them feel safe and grounded and centered by shifting our consciousness so that they are not aware of what is going on when we are having these experiences as an adult. And a way to manually shift that, if you will, is to have that conversation with your higher self. And maybe before you have these interactions with other people, is think about some fun places that your higher self could go take them. A day of fun. We're going to go to the zoo. We're going to go to the park. We're going to go to Unicorn and Dragonland, to wherever that is. And that is going to allow you to take a breath and feel those energetic cords release from the things that have happened in your past, because now we're looking at it in more of an observer lens of, okay, that did happen. That was, younger versions of me. I'm not in that reality anymore. Okay, they're taken care of. They're safe. They're not going to be here for this experience. They're off doing their thing. Now I can sink into this experience a little bit more and feel relaxed and safe and grounded, because not only are you taking care of them, but you're taking care of you, of reminding yourself, I'm in the new reality. I am okay. When I said this to her, she was like, oh, I can feel a huge shift and a weight off, because it is this kind of dichotomy situation that's happening when we're being triggered with being intimate, because you're trying to protect these younger versions of yourself that were very hurt. So you're not able to fully experience what could be a very fun and liberating and enjoyable time with someone or even yourself. So we need to kind of not compartmentalize necessarily, but just set them up in a way that they feel like they do not have to participate in this thing that was triggering to them in the past. So I would love to hear in the comments if you found this beneficial. We were talking about yesterday how this isn't talked about a whole lot, and even if it is, it's more kind of like theoretical, and we don't always have like tangible steps to take in order to work through these things. And so when we're paying special attention with our awareness and going through an exercise with our inner children, it's something that they can kind of grab onto with your higher self as well, and they're going to feel much more empowered.